Hey there, it's Jared Hamilton with the Hamilton Group at Cherry Creek Mortgage. Welcome to another edition of Java with Jared. Once again, happy Friday. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. Well, we saw rates finish the week about the same to slightly better from where they ended last week. It was a tale of two cities, though, because last week we saw rates really improve towards the end of the week. This week it turned out a little bit different, where rates got better at the beginning of the week and then kind of tailed off from the high levels earlier in the week, and we're seeing some deterioration in interest rates. And that's because we are just at these wonderful levels. We've seen this pattern before. We're advising clients to lock at these levels just because we might see a little bit of a pullback because of the positive improvements that we've seen earlier. And now is a wonderful time to lock and to take advantage of those rates. So this is just a little bit of a pullback. I don't think it's a general trend, but we're just seeing kind of the pattern continue. We did see a ton of economic data released this week, a lot from the housing side, which I'll get to in a second, but we did see a whole lot of other important economic data, and most of it was more towards the positive side for the economy. First of all, we did see PCE come in this week, which is the Personal Consumption Expenditures. That's the Fed's favorite gauge of inflation. That went from 1.6 to 1.7%, showing that we're getting a little bit closer to the Fed's target rate of 2% inflation. So that bodes well, at least for those that are believing that the Federal Reserve is probably going to increase credit here at the December meeting. We did also see consumer confidence come in a little bit higher than expected. Durable goods came in a little bit higher than expected. And so all those things were, positive for the overall economy. Now, in terms of the data from the housing side of it, we did see new home sales come in slightly lower than what was expected, showing that the rate of new home sales under contract is actually slowing a little bit. It had been at almost some phenomenal high levels. So even though it's slowing a bit, it's still pretty darn strong. We also did see pending home sales, which measures existing homes already under contract, and that also showed a decrease. That showed a negative 2.4%, so a pretty big decrease. But again, we were at pretty high levels, so it's slowing, but it's not necessarily negative for just good levels. We're seeing them slow a little bit, but that was slowing from almost record levels of new home sales. Also, the Case-Shiller Index came out, and this was for July's Case-Shiller Index, so it's kind of a little bit later. But the Case-Shiller Index came in, and once again, Denver is amongst the best performing in terms of appreciation cities in the whole United States. We saw there's a few different indexes that they use, but the main index showed an increase overall national basis of about 5%. The 20-city index was a little bit higher than that at about 5.2%. But Denver showed an increase for the month-over-month number at 0.9%, so 0.9%. If you annualize that, that's almost over a 10% rate of appreciation, just if you're looking at this month. But the year-over-year number, and that was number 2, we were only behind Seattle, which showed a higher, much higher. It was in double digits, whereas 1.2% month-over-month. In terms of the year-over-year number, the highest was Portland, and that was almost at 11.2%. Seattle was over 10%, and then Denver showed an increase of 9.4%. So again, Denver, as we all know, is one of the best performing markets out there. So next week, again, we'll let you know what's going on, but I'm a little bit concerned that we might see a bit of a pullback. And we'll always keep you informed as to what's going on, but now is a wonderful time to lock. If you have any questions, give me a call. If you'd like this Case-Shiller report, be happy to send it to you, so just send me an email. Thanks for joining me with Java with Jared. Hope you have a wonderful Friday and weekend. If you're working this weekend, so are we, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.